Pregame thoughts, Padres and the Rockies. Padres hoping not to get swept by a team that is going to end up being one of the worst teams in baseball this year. But this is kind of the life of a Padres fan, right? Where you win a Dodgers series and then you feel like all is good in the world, and then the next series, like reality hits you right back in the face. Like, boom, now you're back in it and you're kind of doing the same story. I don't want to bring up last year. I'm tired of bringing up 2023. To be honest, I probably overdid that this season already, bringing up 2023 and how some of these games have reminded me of that year. But to be honest, some games have also not reminded me of 2023, and it has reminded me that no, this is actually a new year, a new team. But these last couple, especially the just the not being able to capitalize on the opportunities, especially in Game One of this series, and not doing enough against the bad teams so far this season, in my opinion. I don't think it's been good enough. And then the underwhelming performances as a whole from the big three, not doing the superstar stuff. And that was said by, I think, Nando last night post game. And Manny also, I think, hinted at that pregame as well about how the big three, they're just not doing that well right now. Let's be honest. That's what Manny said. So today, I say all that today. Let's not get swept by the Rockies. That's one of those that's gonna light the fan base on fire. And I get it. It's a reactionary game, and the fan base, especially on social media, and I know that's not real life all the time, but they get really reactionary on every loss. But if you get swept, that's not. I think that's okay for fans to get pissed, because it's not one game. That's an entire series where you couldn't take advantage of playing the Rockies. Now, like I said post game last night, it's not when you or who you play, but when you play them. And the Rockies, like the Padres, are playing them at a good time, or excuse me, at a bad time, because the Rockies are playing so good right now. They're on that winning streak. But we could say the same thing about the Dodgers last series. Oh, we're catching them at the wrong time because the Dodgers have won 7 games in a row. I think it was something like that. They were on a winning streak before going into the Padres series, and then look what happened. The Padres won the series. So for me, really, I don't know how much I should buy into that. You had Dylan Cease on the mound, didn't win that game. Sure, Randy Vasquez wasn't the best, but it's still the Colorado Rockies. And they got Michael King. Padres got Michael King on the mound today against Austin Gomber, a lefty. So you see in the lineup, no Luis Arraez, no Jackson Merrill. And personally, when I saw this lineup out, I was like, okay, Arraez, no, I guess I get it, because it's, the lefty matchup, and Donovan Solano, get him some at-bats, and I should use that same reasoning for why Merrill's not in there, because I did just look at his numbers against lefties this year compared to righties, and it's not as good. The numbers are lower. The average is not as high. The OPS, all of it, it's just not as good. So I understand that, and you look at his Zokar against righties, or excuse me, against lefties, because Zokar's a righty, and the numbers are better than Jackson Merrill. But with Jackson Merrill, he's hitting over 500 in the last few games. Seems like he's going pretty well right now. I think it's 6 hits in the last 3 games. Has a homer in there. There's a day off tomorrow. Just personally, I'd like to see Merrill in there. It feels like to me, and I probably should go back and see like what the really go like more game by game on this. But it feels like when a lefty is on the mound, it's like the Padres are trying to protect Jackson Merrill instead of allowing him to get out of this and get better against left-handed pitching. It feels like they're just having, no, we'll just put a Zokar go in there and have him go play center and sit Merrill. Like, Merrill at some point, if you want him playing every day, he's going to have to hit that left-handed pitching. And so how about let's give him some starts against left-handed pitching. And like if he doesn't do well, okay, but you see him as a big part of your future, right? And so I would like the Padres to play him a little bit more against left-handed pitching. I get it. Like Schilt would probably say, we got to get a Zokar in there. I like to involve all of my team, the depth that we have. We trust guys on the bench. But like it's for today, it's not like it's This is the third or fourth game in 10 straight days without a day off. There's a day off tomorrow. I'd like to see Merrill in there. That's all. Bullpen, I mean, there's a day off tomorrow, so really, just go full, go win this game. You feel like you make progress with the Dodgers series. You win 4 consecutive series, right? You're making progress, and then to get swept by the Rockies, and then you're going into a Brave series, that's not going to feel good, if the Padres lose this game. So I know some fans are like, come on, let's stop with the must-win games, because you guys probably hear that maybe from some fans, or maybe some people that have shows. You may hear that as well, like today's a must-win game, and I understand it's not a must-win game, but for our mental health as Padres fans, I guess, because there's a day off tomorrow, so we're gonna have time to just sit on this. It would be nice for them to get a win. It would be nice for the players to get a win as well.